Hannah steps into joy. Hannah wakes up, feeling curious and adventurous. Today, she wants to discover new emotions. At school, she notices her friend Leo looking extra happy, with a bright sparkle in his eyes. Hannah wonders what could be making Leo so joyful. She decides to find out by stepping into his shoes. As she steps into Leo's shoes, she's surrounded by a warm, glowing light. Suddenly, Hannah feels a wave of happiness and excitement. She sees visions of a cute, playful puppy. She learns that Leo's family is adopting a puppy, and he can't wait to meet his new furry friend. Filled with Leo's joy, Hannah understands how special it is to welcome a new member to the family. Hannah steps out of Leo's shoes, eager to share in his happiness and celebrate the new puppy. She asks Leo about the puppy and expresses her excitement for him. Leo invites Hannah to meet the puppy after school. Hannah is thrilled at the opportunity. After school, Hannah visits Leo's house, where she is greeted by the playful new puppy. The puppy wags its tail and jumps around, filling the room with laughter and joy. Hannah learns the puppy's name is Buddy, and he loves cuddles and playing fetch. Seeing Leo and Buddy together, Hannah feels the strong bond of friendship and love. Hannah realizes that sharing in someone else's happiness makes her feel joyful too. She thanks Leo for sharing his joy with her and promises to visit Buddy often. As the sun sets, Hannah feels grateful for her magical ability to understand and share feelings. That night, Hannah goes to bed, feeling happy, thinking about the joy of pets and friendship. She dreams of more adventures where she can step into the shoes of others and discover new emotions. Hannah learns that empathy and understanding bring people closer, and she can't wait for her next adventure. Hannah walks with sorrow. Hannah is playing outside when she notices her neighbor, Mrs. Green, looking sad through her window. Curious and concerned, Hannah decides to visit Mrs. Green to see if she can help. She finds Mrs. Green sitting alone, staring at an old photo in her hands. Hannah gently asks Mrs. Green about her sorrow, wanting to understand and help. With a soft voice, Mrs. Green shares that she misses her husband, who who passed away years ago. Wanting to help, Hannah steps into Mrs. Green's shoes, hoping to feel what she feels. She is enveloped in a wave of memories and love, feeling the depth of Mrs. Green's loss. Hannah also feels the warmth of the love that Mrs. Green and her husband shared. Stepping back, Hannah now understands Mrs. Green's sorrow and the importance of her memories. Wanting to comfort Mrs. Green, Hannah decides to do something special for her. Together, they start creating a small memory garden for Mr. Green in Mrs. Green's backyard. As they work, Mrs. Green shares wonderful stories about her husband, smiling through her tears. The memory garden grows, filled with flowers and decorations that remind Mrs. Green of her husband. Hannah learns that remembering loved ones and celebrating their life can help ease the pain of loss. Through the garden, Hannah helps Mrs. Green feel closer to her husband and less alone. As days pass, the memory garden becomes a place of comfort and joy for Mrs. Green and Hannah. Hannah learns the power of empathy and how a small act of kindness can make a big difference. Mrs. Green thanks Hannah for her kindness, and Hannah feels happy to have helped. Hannah realizes that understanding others' feelings and memories can bring people together. Inspired by her journey with Mrs. Green, Hannah looks forward to helping more friends in her neighborhood. Hannah's heart of honest. Introduce Hannah, a curious girl with a special ability to feel what others feel by stepping into their shoes. Hannah finds a pair of shoes outside her neighbor Mr. Jones's house and steps into them. She suddenly feels tired and a little sad, just like Mr. Jones, who had a long day. She decides to leave a cheerful note and some cookies at Mr. Jones's door. Next, Hannah tries on her friend Sarah's shoes at school. She feels nervous and anxious, understanding Sarah's fear of a math test. Hannah helps Sarah study and gives her confidence-boosting tips. At the park, Hannah tries on shoes left by the bench. She feels excited and energetic, just like the child who wore them while playing. Hannah joins in the game, sharing the child's joy and energy. Later, Hannah tries on her teacher's shoes outside the classroom. She feels proud and responsible, understanding the teacher's role. Hannah thanks her teacher for the hard work and dedication. At home, Hannah steps into her mother's shoes. She feels love and a bit of worry, sensing her mother's feelings for her family. Hannah helps with chores and gives her mom a big hug. Hannah realizes she can understand others better by imagining being in their shoes. She decides to use her ability to help and connect with people around her. Through her empathy adventures, Hannah learns the importance of understanding and kindness. The book ends with a message encouraging children to try understanding others' feelings. Elena and the Festival of Lanterns. In the vibrant town of Luminara, everyone was buzzing with excitement for the annual Lantern Festival. Colorful lanterns of all shapes and sizes were being hung. Elena, known for her agility and wit, was looking forward to the festival. She loved the bright lights and the joyful laughter that filled the air. That night, as the festival began, a mischievous spirit known as Mischief appeared, turning the lanterns upside down, causing confusion. Elena noticed the chaos and decided to use her martial arts skills to restore order and catch the spirit. She started by performing acrobatic flips, leaping high into the air to fix the lanterns. Mischief, amused, started a playful chase, darting between the lanterns, with Elena in pursuit. As they moved, Elena cleverly began to predict Mischief's moves, slowly outsmarting him. She set a gentle trap using a big, beautiful lantern, knowing spirits loved lights. Mischief, attracted by the lantern, was gently captured. Elena spoke kindly to him, explaining the importance of peace at the festival. Understanding his mistake, Mischief agreed to help Elena. Together, they fixed the remaining lanterns. With all the lanterns restored, the festival regained its peaceful, joyful atmosphere. Elena showed Mischief how much joy he could bring by being helpful, turning him into a friendly spirit. The town folks started to notice the change and thanked Elena for her bravery and wit. As a token of gratitude, the mayor of Luminara invited Elena to lead the lantern parade. Holding the special lantern, Elena led the parade, with Mischief playfully dancing around her. The streets of Luminara were filled with laughter, music, and the soft glow of lanterns. Elena realized that understanding and kindness could turn chaos into harmony. As the night came to a close, Elena released her special lantern into the sky, making a wish. Mischief, now a friend, promised to return next year, but this time to help with the festival. As Elena walked home, the town of Luminara was peaceful peaceful once more. She felt happy, knowing she had made a new friend and saved the festival. Hoa and the Rainbow Rabbit. Whispers of Wonder. Little Hoa, bright-eyed and curious, skips through her sun-drenched countryside home, ready for another adventure. In a meadow shimmering with wildflowers, Hoa stumbles upon a sight that makes her heart soar, a rabbit with fur like a living rainbow. The magical rabbit, named Bay Sack, becomes Hoa's dearest friend, and together they explore the hidden wonders of their world. Through sun-soaked meadows and whispering bamboo forests, their laughter echoes as they race fireflies, swing from vines, and climb mango trees taller than houses. Under a twilight sky sprinkled with stars, Hoa and Bay Sack share stories by the firefly's lantern light, tales of mischievous monkeys and wise owls. Deep within a forgotten temple, vines conceal a dusty magic book promising fantastical creatures and whispered spells. As Hoa reads aloud, the book crackles with energy, transforming symbols into dazzling creatures, a playful baby dragon and a mischievous fairy with glittering wings. Laughter fills the temple as Hoa, Bay Sack, and the creatures frolic, the dragon puffing smoke rings, and the fairy flitting like a rainbow hummingbird. But shadows writhe on the pages. The shadow weavers emerge, seeking to steal the creature's light and cloak the world in darkness. Fear grips Hoa as the shadow weavers lunge, the creature's magic fading, but she won't let the darkness win. Remembering the book's words, Hoa closes her eyes and channels the joy of their adventures, transforming it into a golden light that radiates from her hands. The light surges forward, pushing back the shadows and restoring the creature's magic. The shadow weavers shriek and vanish back into the book, defeated. Tears of relief stream down Hoa's face as she opens her eyes to see her friends safe and sound, their light shining brighter than ever. With a gentle touch, Hoa closes the book, sealing the darkness away. They leave the temple, hand in furry paw, stepping back into the sunlit forest. Back in the village, Hoa and Bay Sack are heroes, not just for battling darkness, but for reminding everyone that true magic lives in friendship and love. Their adventures continue, exploring hidden waterfalls, whispering with fireflies, and discovering that the world is full of wonder, waiting for curious hearts to explore. A towering banyan tree, draped in emerald moss and vibrant orchids, whispers with an invitation, calling them deeper into the forest. With nimble steps and eager whispers, they climb, reaching a cozy treehouse nestled among the leaves. Inside, a dusty telescope points towards the heavens, promising cosmic adventures. Peering through the lens, their breaths hitch. Galaxies swirl, comets streak, planets beckon, and the universe stretches before them, an endless playground of stars and possibilities. Hand in furry paw, they hold a silent promise to explore the vastness together, their curiosity and friendship, their guiding light. Bella's Balloon Adventure. In a small, cozy town lived a curious girl named Bella, who dreamed of exploring the world. One starry night, a glowing, magical balloon landed in her backyard. Bella excitedly climbed into the balloon's basket, and it gently lifted off into the night sky. The balloon whisked Bella away to her first stop, the rolling hills of Scotland. In Scotland, Bella danced to bagpipe music and made friends with a friendly Scotty dog. Next, the balloon took her to the bustling streets of Tokyo, Japan. She learned to make sushi and folded beautiful origami birds with new friends. Her journey continued over the majestic pyramids of Egypt. In Egypt, Bella discovered ancient hieroglyphics and rode a friendly camel. Then, off to Paris, where the Eiffel Tower twinkled under the moonlight. In Paris, she painted by the Seine and enjoyed delicious pastries. The adventure took her next to the colorful streets of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Bella danced in the carnival and played soccer with new friends. Across the oceans, the magical balloon reached the snowy landscapes of Antarctica. She met scientists and learned about penguins and seals. As the balloon soared across different lands, Bella discovered wonderful cultures. Everywhere she went, Bella made friends, sharing stories and laughter. As the journey ended, Bella realized that the world was full of wonders to explore. The magical balloon brought her safely back home, filled with unforgettable memories. Bella knew that this was just the beginning of her adventures around the world. Millie's Magic Umbrella. In a cozy town lived a curious girl named Millie, who loved the changing weather. One rainy day, Millie found a colorful umbrella tucked away in an old chest in her attic. As soon as she opened the umbrella, she was whisked up into the clouds. Her first stop was a sunny tropical island. She felt the warm, humid air. Millie learned how the sun affects the climate, making it warm and rainy. Next, the umbrella took her to the frosty Arctic. Millie wrapped her scarf tightly. She discovered how little sun and low temperatures create cold climates. Then, Millie was off to a desert, feeling the dry, hot winds. She learned that deserts can be hot or cold, but they are always dry. Millie's umbrella then took her to the rainforests, lush and full of life. She marveled at how rainforests help regulate the Earth's climate. The adventure continued in the mountains, where the air was cool and crisp. Millie learned how mountains can affect local weather patterns. As she journeyed over the oceans, she understood how vast they are and their influence on weather. She saw how ocean currents move warm and cold water across the earth. Millie even visited a farm, seeing how weather affects our food. She saw how rain helps crops grow and the importance of sunny days. Back home, Millie shared her adventures and what she learned about weather. She realized that weather connects us all and how important it is to protect our Earth. Millie's journey with the magic umbrella inspired her to keep learning and exploring. Jamie's Day of Discovery. Learning about our parents' jobs. Jamie arrives at preschool, and the teacher announces a special show and tell about parents' jobs. Jamie discusses with his parents what they do for work and prepares his presentation with drawings and objects related to their professions. Alex presents about his dad, the firefighter, using a toy fire truck and a helmet to explain his dad's role in saving lives. Mia shares that her mom is a doctor, bringing a stethoscope and band-aids, discussing how her mom helps sick people. Lily talks about her mom, a teacher, showing a book and an apple, highlighting the importance of education. Ethan shows a model bridge his dad helped him build, explaining his dad's job in designing and constructing things. Zoe displays her parents' paintings, discussing how art can express feelings and tell stories. Sam brings cookies he made with his dad, a chef, talking about the joy of cooking and sharing food with others. Olivia presents a plant, sharing how her mom grows flowers and vegetables, emphasizing care for nature. A guest speaker, a parent who is an astronaut, brings a model spaceship, inspiring the class with tales of space exploration. Jamie shares about his neighbor, a vet, using stuffed animals to show how vets take care of pets. A police officer visits, explaining their role in keeping people safe and helping the community. A classmate's parent, an architect, shows blueprints and discusses designing buildings and spaces. Jamie's uncle, a musician, performs a song for the class, sharing the beauty of music and creativity. The class learns about farming from a parent, understanding the origin of their food and the value of hard work. Jamie presents about his own parents, using photos and objects to explain their jobs, learning that every job is important. The class discusses what they've learned emphasizing respect for all professions and the people who do them. Jamie and his classmates make thank you cards for the visiting parents and guardians, expressing gratitude. Jamie reflects on the day, feeling inspired by the diverse jobs and thinking about what he might want to be. The story closes with the class forming an appreciation circle, sharing their admiration for the day's lessons, fostering a sense of community. Time to sleep. Good night, baby.